barking dogs, and they make their cars out of cans.
In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving.
These farmers thought that there must be a way to know why the stars are shining, and they wanted to see, and they decided to go on a mission. They decided to go for a ride, and they drove on the highway. They drove on the highway past the armadillos, like the armadillos in Switzerland, and they said, "Oh, it is so beautiful."
In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving.
And as they drove, they looked from car to car, smiling at each other as they drove past each other, as they drove past each other, and they smiled and they said, "Hello, farmer." They said hello to each other. "Hello, farmer." "Hello, farmer." "Hello." "Hello, farmer." "Hello, farmer." "Hello." "Hello."
In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving.
And there were birds flying in the sky, and the farmers looked up and pointed at the birds and said, "Look, look." And the birds flowed and swooped down upon the cars in a friendly fashion.
In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving.
And finally, the farmers reached a place where the people were much, much bigger than they were. These people were actually normal size as we know them. And they did not make their cars out of cans, but they made their cars out of metal. And they used cans as cans. And these people were giants to the farmers. And they had some fear. But they were strong and noble, these farmers. And they decided that they did not belong here, and that this was not a good place for them. So they turned around and they drove home. But they had had a nice day. They had had a nice day.
In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving.
And they arrived home and they got out of their cars. And the husbands and the wives smiled at each other. And the children played in the yard. But they still, to this day, they remember the time when they all went out.
In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving. In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving. In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving.
I have only one thing to say to you. I have only one thing to say to you. I have one thing to say to you. And that is, the next time you are not feeling so well, try to remember the days the farmers went out, the little gray farmers went out on a long drive.
In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving. In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving. In a car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car, in a car, in a small car, in a small car driving. In a car, in a car, in a small car.